This episode is all about demystifying this herb and discovering how it might just be the ally you've been looking for in this turbulent time. Today, we're diving into a topic hotter than a midsummer day in the Sahara. Yes, you guessed it, we're talking about menopause and perimenopause. But wait, before you hit that pause button thinking, oh no, not another dry discussion about hormones, let me assure you, this episode is anything but ordinary. We're exploring the wild, wonderful world of natural remedies, specifically a non-hormonal hero that many are turning to as an alternative to traditional treatments. Why, you might ask, are we venturing into this jungle of natural solutions? Well, picture this. You're enjoying your life, sipping on that morning coffee, or perhaps dancing to your favorite beat. I love dancing. When out of nowhere, a hot flash strikes, turning you into your very own personal sauna. Or maybe you're trying to catch those precious Z's, but sleep evades you like a cunning fox. Welcome to the roller coaster of menopause and perimenopause. Ask me how I know, friends. No, seriously, ask me. But fear not, my fellow life adventurers, because nature has a backpack full of tips and tricks. And today we're rummaging through that backpack to find some relief. And oh, what's this we've pulled out? It's a root, not just any root, but the Siberian Rhubarb root, a superstar in the realm of natural remedies. All right, gear up for a deep dive into the world of Ramponticum, also known as Siberian rhubarb, Rapontic rhubarb, or simply the botanical wonder that's stepping into the spotlight of menopausal management like a superhero entering the fray. This isn't just any old garden variety. This is a plant with roots, quite literally. So grab your herbal tea or perhaps a notebook, and let's embark on this journey together. We're going to uncover the secrets of this intriguing plant, delve into the science behind its powers, and maybe, just maybe, find that silver lining in the menopausal cloud. Be sure to stay all the way to the end of the episode, as we'll be diving into the dosage and some critically important information. First things first, let's paint the picture of this botanical celebrity. Siberian rhubarb hails from the rugged terrains of southeastern Europe and Western Asia. Think of it as the Indiana Jones of plants, thriving in the wild, untamed landscapes. Unlike the rhubarb that might find its way into your Sunday pie, Siberian rhubarb has been revered across centuries in traditional medicine, boasting a portfolio of uses from soothing digestive woes to acting as a balm for menstrual issues. That's just the tip of the iceberg, my friends. Fast forward to modern times, where the narrative takes an intriguing twist. Enter ERR 731, the extract derived from the roots of this plant, which has been casting spells over the scientific community due to its potential in alleviating the fiery flashes, mood roller coasters, and sleepless sagas plaguing women in the throes of perimenopause and menopause. But this isn't just hearsay or old wives' tales. We're talking about science-backed revelations that are turning heads and sparking debates. Delving deeper, it's worth noting that Siberian rhubarb isn't just a one-trick pony. While its star role might be in cooling down the hot flashes that are the hallmark of this phase of life, this plant extract's repertoire extends to combating a suite of menopausal symptoms, from the psychological twists and turns of mood swings to the vexing vampires of sleep disorders. But how, you ask? I had to interrupt today's conversation to let you know about a new ebook I just released, Understanding Perimenopause and Menopause. To grab your free copy, yes, my friends, it is completely free. Comment down below ebook, and my team will send you the link to download a copy. Now, back to today's episode. Picture this. Studies where groups of women navigating the rocky roads of menopause find solace in the arms of ERR 731, witnessing a marked reduction in their vasomotor symptoms, the scientific term for those infamous hot flashes and night sweats. But the intrigue doesn't end there. Unlike the traditional hormonal replacement therapy, HRT, that comes with its own baggage of risks and potential side effects, ERR 731 has waltzed through these studies with the grace of a dancer, showing minimal to no adverse effects while doing its job. Now let's zoom in a little closer, right into the heart of this green giant. Hidden within its roots are the star of our show, a group of compounds that could give Hollywood's finest a run for their money. Let's really zero in on this extract, ERR 731. What makes this extract so special? ERR 731 is a phytoestrogen extraordinaire. But what, you may wonder, is a phytoestrogen? Imagine if plants could mimic our own hormones, throwing on a disguise and sneaking into our bodies' hormone parties. That's essentially what phytoestrogens do. They're like botanical doppelgangers of human estrogens, but with a gentler touch, offering a helping hand without the potential hormonal frenzy. Let's dive into the mechanics a bit, shall we? At the heart of Siberian rhubarb's magic lies its interaction with the body's estrogen receptors, particularly the estrogen receptor beta. If we're going to be stirring things up with estrogen receptors, I am a fan of the beta receptors versus alpha receptors. There is so much interesting evidence-based information out there. A study published in the journal Biomarker Research looked to explore the role of ERB, the second discovered estrogen receptor, in breast cancer, which remains the most prevalent and deadly disease affecting women worldwide. Motivated by ongoing challenges in the diagnosis and treatment of breast cancer, there is a critical need for new methodologies and medications. The focus on ERB linked to breast cancer since its discovery in 1996, seeks to enhance understanding of estrogen's effects. Despite varying opinions among researchers, ERB is genuinely recognized for its potential to slow disease progression. This review gathers and discusses all pertinent research regarding ERB's involvement in the treatment and prognosis of breast cancer, as well as the signaling pathways associated with it. The goal of the study was to highlight ERB's potential as a target for new therapeutic strategies in breast cancer treatment. Over time, we've learned more about the functions and activation processes of ERB. Research increasingly shows that ERB may act as a protective factor that helps prevent uncontrolled cell growth. This protection seems to vary depending on the concentration of ERB and the type of cell involved. It can also control cell growth, influence how genes are expressed. Moreover, ERB may help fight tumors through its impact on gene activity and the regulation of microRNAs, tiny molecules that help control gene expression. In medical research, there are mixed opinions, but ERB might help predict how patients will respond to chemotherapy or hormonal therapy. I am such a nerd. I love reading journal articles. Who's with me? This is no random fling. It's a targeted action that provides the symptomatic relief of estrogen without the associated risks that come with conventional hormone therapies. This ERB affinity is crucial because it's thought to offer the benefits of estrogen, think mood regulation, temperature control, and bone health, without playing with the fire of increasing cancer risks. But as any good scientist will tell you, the devil is in the details. The accolades for Siberian rhubarb aren't just based on whimsical anecdotes. They're underpinned by rigorous research. Studies employing models from lab rats to human trials have illustrated this extract's knack for dialing down the heat of hot flashes and improving overall quality of life in perimenopausal and menopausal women. I have some really exciting news. I asked and you answered. I'm speaking now to my perimenopause and menopause friends. You want to better understand how to navigate this time in your life, and I am here to deliver. I'm in the process of building out a transformative masterclass on this very subject. There will be a limited number of seats available and special beta pricing. This is a great opportunity to be a part of the process. What questions do you have? What are you experiencing throughout this transitional phase? What concerns do you have? If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity, comment down below Masterclass, and my team will send you the link so we can hop on a call together. Now, back to today's episode. As the scientific community delved into the heart of Siberian rhubarb, they uncovered something extraordinary. This wasn't just any old plant. It was a botanical marvel, armed with compounds that could dance with our hormones in a delicate ballet, offering a beacon of hope for navigating the seas of menopause. Siberian rhubarb gracefully pirouetted from the annals of ancient medicine into modern-day herbal supplement spotlight. Today, it stands tall, a bridge between the past and the present, offering a natural alternative to those seeking solace from the fiery flashes and sleepless nights of menopause. I am not against conventional medication, hormones. I am a fan of personalization and understanding your unique needs. Why is this selectivity such a big deal, you might wonder? Picture a garden, your body, where some flowers represent beneficial effects like reduced hot flashes and better sleep, and others represent less desirable effects like risks to breast and uterine cancer. Traditional hormone therapy might water the entire garden indiscriminately, causing everything to grow, both the good and the potentially risky. You know, I am a fan of genetic testing. I'm talking about modifiable gene testing. I have a predisposition for sending my estrogen down the carcinogenic 4-hydroxy pathway. Shout out to CYP1B1. I have the CG genotype, which means I have a 3-fold higher 4-hydroxy activity, which results in elevated levels of DNA adducts. In plain language, more likelihood of damaged DNA, which is dangerous to the body. I ran a Dutch test, which showed I was sending my estrogen down the carcinogenic 4-hydroxy pathway about 24.6%. You really want this level much less than 11%? I was not afraid by this finding. Rather, I felt empowered. I have made significant changes. These are modifiable pathways, friends. My background is in oncology, and I am very passionate about cancer prevention. This selective activation by ERR731 is like having a highly skilled DJ at our estrogen receptor party, playing just the right tunes to keep the mood uplifted without letting the party get out of hand. This means we can potentially dance away from the night sweats, mood swings, and sleepless nights without the worry that comes with crashing the entire hormonal system. Why might this offer a safer profile compared to conventional hormonal treatments? Well, imagine if every guest at the party had a security guard. Things would probably stay pretty controlled, right? In the body, having ERR731 focusing its attention on specific receptors means less collateral damage, reducing the risk of unwanted side effects that can occur when all estrogen receptors are activated at once. To dive deeper into this plant, let's take a look at a study published in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences in 2021. This study looked at how this ERR731 affects body temperature controls in rats that have had their ovaries removed, a situation that can mimic menopause in humans. Unlike traditional hormonal therapy, ERR731 targets a specific type of estrogen receptor, ERB, and could be safer while still being effective. In rats, ERR-731 lowered skin temperature significantly, showing this effect quickly and maintaining it over 2 weeks. This suggests ERR-731 could replace hormone therapy in managing menopause symptoms such as hot flashes. The research supports the use of this rat model to test treatments for menopause and confirms the potential of ERR-731 to improve comfort during menopause by managing body temperature. Why are we talking about rats? Well, so much scientific data has to do with rodent models. We've got to start somewhere. However, no epic tale is without its caveats. While these studies light the path towards understanding, they also unveil the need for more research. Most studies have been relatively short-term and often lack diverse participant groups. This means there's a vast landscape of potential still yet to be explored. Further research wielding the torch of scientific inquiry needs to dive deeper into long-term effects and cast a wider net to include a broader spectrum of individuals. I am a fan of personalized medicine and not just believing blindly in something because of stellar marketing. Another study published in the journal Chinese Medicine in 2010, it's an older study, but one I feel needs to be highlighted. The researchers reviewed both in vitro and in vivo data on its estrogenic actions, particularly with regards to beta cell receptors. They came up with some very interesting conclusions. They looked at a 3-month prospective randomized controlled trial involving 54 perimenopausal women with climacteric complaints and demonstrated the effectiveness of a daily 4 milligram dose of ERR. Results showed significant reduction in menopause rating scale 2 symptoms and the number and severity of hot flashes after just 4 weeks of ERR treatment, with significant improvements in overall menopause-related quality of life after 12 weeks compared to a control group. Importantly, no differences in gynecological findings, including endometrial biopsies, bleeding patterns, blood pressure, laboratory safety parameters, were found between the ERR and placebo groups. No adverse events related to ERR intake were detected, and the treatment was also found to reduce anxiety levels in perimenopausal women according to the Hamilton Anxiety Scale. Long-term safety of ERR was further supported by studies showing no endometrial hyperplasia or adverse events related to ERR after continued intake for 48 and 96 weeks. Thus, ERR has been shown to significantly reduce the occurrence and severity of climacteric symptoms during perimenopause, improving women's health-related quality of life. In both clinical and experimental research, no adverse events related to ERR, such as uterine and endometrial growth and proliferation, have been observed. Furthermore, ERR has demonstrated activities similar to those of selective estrogen receptor modulators, SERMs. I promised you we'd get into dosing. For those wading through the waves of menopause and perimenopause, the spotlight shines on 4 milligrams per day of ERR-731 as the magic number. This isn't just a number plucked from the ether. It's grounded in the rigorous rehearsal of clinical studies, showing significant improvement in menopausal symptoms like hot flashes, irritability, and sleep problems. But wait, before you jump on the Siberian Rhubarb bandwagon, there's a crucial backstage discussion to be had: side effects and safety cues. While ERR-731 generally takes a bow with few unwanted encores, there have been whispers in the audience of potential side effects like diarrhea, headaches, and skin issues. A study published in Integrative Medicine, a clinician's journal in 2016, looked to compile and review reports of adverse events in Germany from 1993 to June 2014, and also to evaluate consumer complaints in North America and South Africa from the time the extract was introduced until June 2014. Between 1993 and 2014, around 140 million daily doses of the extract were distributed in the German market, resulting in 124 recorded adverse events. The most frequently reported adverse events were hypersensitivity, with 74 instances, followed by gastrointestinal issues with 47 instances. In North America, from January 2009 to June 2014, about 13 million tablets of the supplement were sold, and there were 79 recorded consumer complaints related to physical reactions. The primary issues reported were gastrointestinal symptoms in 23 cases and ineffectiveness in 22 cases. Since the product's launch in South Africa in February 2011, up until June 2014, there have been no reported consumer complaints. The researchers concluded that based on the post-marketing surveillance records and consumer complaints, that our Raponticum extract, aka Siberian rhubarb, appears to be generally safe for consumption. Remember, every body is unique and reactions can vary. Now let's address the elephant in the room, or rather the caution tape around the stage. If you're already attending the hormone replacement therapy party or taking other prescription medications, it's essential to have a heart-to-heart with your healthcare practitioner before adding Siberian rhubarb to your act. This is not just polite nod to etiquette, it's about ensuring that all parts of your health routine harmonize beautifully without stepping on each other's toes. Finally, a note on the authentic ticket to this performance. When seeking Siberian rhubarb, look for the ERR 731 trademark on the label, ensuring you're getting the extract that has been clinically studied and shown to reduce those pesky perimenopausal and menopausal symptoms. When I talk about supplements, I talk about the importance of brand, dose, and length of time. There is so much junk in supplements, it can be very difficult to ascertain which brand to buy. This is the brand I typically recommend. I have no affiliation with this brand. It just happens to be the one I personally utilize. It was a game changer with my sweaty nights. Back in the day, I was known to grab a towel and put it underneath me in the middle of the night. Out of all the options, brands selling this formulation, this is the one I settled on. If you're just listening to the audio, I will link it up in the show notes. Please remember, it's not just about supplements. What made the biggest impact on my health, frankly, with my life, were the things I did not want to do. Stress management, sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'll be dead faster with that attitude. Nutrition. Nutrition is vitally important, friends. Understanding my body, really diving into what I needed, changed everything. Supplements can help, but it's the 5 modifiable lifestyle factors at the bottom of the matrix that matter the most. For a refresher, sleep, exercise and movement, nutrition and hydration, stress and stress management, and relationships. These are fundamental components of health. I was my greatest barrier with regards to my own health journey, so I feel you. I understand. Change is hard, but with change, anything is possible. Transitioning through menopause can feel like juggling while riding a unicycle on a tightrope, but with the right information and a trusted healthcare practitioner by your side, Siberian rhubarb could be the safety net that makes the performance a little less daunting. While we're on the topic of perimenopause and menopause, you might want to hear what Dr. Carrie Jones had to say, and I put it up right here.